So eventually we will, and this is just a small garden, it's more decorative, but eventually at the top there we want to do another garden where OneWorld Ayurveda is a Panchakarma center. So Panchakarma is a cure, an Ayurvedic cure, that lasts anywhere from 7 days to, I hear, 60 days is the ultimate. But most people prefer 14 and 21 days. And people come with some conditions. People come with the intention of detoxing, and what we offer is serenity in a beautiful place here in Bali. Well, I have experienced a few Panchakarma so far in India and Sri Lanka, and I did not find the luxury that I felt I deserve. So for me, hospitality is a very important word, and we believe that the word retreat can be split in two, treat. And we intend to treat our people. So when you do a retreat here, you're being treated properly, all the way. It's a beautiful space of 12 bedrooms, many gardens. We have renovated all the rooms very recently. We've built a new treatment center. We have a beautiful yoga shala. It's a very decorative, beautiful decorative place. And the rooms have been designed and thought of to be a comfortable space for everyone. Most of our guests come single. And so for me, that was very important to create a sacred space, a place where you go back to your room, you're happy, you feel home. It's comfort all over, that's what it is. What happened in the Panchakarma is that it's very important that the participant, the guest, have the time to digest everything that is going to happen during their stay. So the food is a very important part of Panchakarma. We say in Ayurveda that the food is our medicine. Part of the blood.
I've never done a Panchakarma. In fact, I didn't even know what a Panchakarma was till we got here. It's been so surprising. Immediately you do a purification, which was amazing, just being purified in these waters that they've used since the 10th century, like 1,000 years the Balinese have gone to this most sacred place, and being in there was just incredible. I mean, it really was just like amazing. I've done so many detoxes. For better part of 15 years, I've detoxed almost 4 times a year. But being here is really, it's really opened my eyes. I think number one, to just the concept of Ayurveda and the concept of my dosha, and really realizing that, there are different foods that stimulate me in different ways. There are different foods that make me sort of out of balance.
Panchakarma is a set of 5 detoxification therapies. There are deep-seated toxins in our system. So through different kind of massages, poultice massages, and then different types of oleation techniques and the steam baths and herbal baths, we take out the deep-seated toxins from the system and we get it to the gut. It sets right the metabolism and the digestion, and it sets right the hormonal imbalances in the system. Ayurveda is a holistic mode of life and an ancient system of medicine which originated in India thousands of years back. It is just more than a medical system. It's a wisdom which explains how to live a healthy and happy life and a fruitful life. Ayurveda is different from the Western medicine because we see the person as a whole living entity, and Ayurveda is a very customized and personalized medicine. It includes mind, body, intellect, senses and the soul. Okay, so all these things should be in harmony to call yourself healthy. It's not just if you have a great six-pack body or a size 0 figure you are healthy. No. Ayurveda says that you should have a wonderful healthy body, you should have a very clean mind, feverishness free senses, very clear intellect and a pleasant soul. All these 5 factors, when they are in harmony with each other, we call a person healthy.
Go to about here with the bin, I don't go.
The first thing we will be doing is to analyze your body type. Okay, so we will have set of different questions, we will be observing you, we will be checking your pulse, and then we will be seeing your appearances, we will be staring a little bit, and then we make out your body type. We can actually feel the 3 bioenergies, the equilibrium and imbalance or unbalance of these 3 bioenergies can be made out through the pulse. We are all made up of the 5 elements, and Ayurveda believes there is a constant relation between the nature, that is a macrocosm, and the microcosm, that is a living being. So these 5 elements condense to form 3 bioenergies in the system. So we have a different proportion of these 3 bioenergies, that is Vata, Pitta and Kapha. They are called the bioenergy or the biohumor or doshas. You can be either a Vata person or a Pitta person or a Kapha person or a combination of these different bioenergies. Then we check out on your imbalances, whether any of the bioenergy like Vata, Pitta and Kapha are imbalanced in your system. So this is the next step. And then decide on the herbs, spices, special massages, the diet, lifestyle and the detoxes you will be taking.
Winter time, what I will find, the dryness will make me cough. And just
Dry cough?
yeah, like feeling like it's just too dry and like I can't. And so if the heat is so strong on, and I have to put the humidifier on.
So the first day of the Panchakarma, I was definitely a little overwhelmed. You know, there's a very serious regimen, there's a schedule, you get a schedule of the day's activities. So, you know, from waking up at 6 a.m., there's a bell that, you know, wakes you up right at 6, and then at 6:15 you have someone knocking at your door, bringing you medicines, whatever your medicaments are for the day, for the morning. You know, we go right into morning yoga and meditation at 6:45, and then breakfast at 8:15. After that, 2 to 3 treatments are scheduled each day. You have a consultation with your doctor. It's a really rigorous routine. Then there's dinner, more medicine, and then sleep. So, you know, they really chalk a lot of activities and healing and treatments into one day. I think the time was used really well, but you know, you kind of have to be on your P's and Q's to make sure you show up for everything on time. Luckily, all the therapists, they come to your room, so there's no excuse for being late to an appointment. They come to your door like, okay, are you ready? Let's go. You're not just taking herbs and medicaments orally, but you're also getting massages. You're getting these wonderful healing hands being placed on you several times a day, people praying for your healing several times a day. I mean, when they say the prayer before each treatment, they're praying for you, they're praying for the therapist and for the person that's giving the healing, and they're actually praying for the medicine itself and just invoking the energy, the spiritual energy of God or the universe, you know, all of the plants that are coming to our aid. So it's a really magical spiritual experience to combine, you know, the medical detoxing and the physical detoxing with some of the spiritual elements.
The speciality of Ayurveda is, even though a person A and person B has same disease, we will be giving you a different treatment depending on your body type. So that is why it's never 1 + 1 is not every time 2 in Ayurveda. It can be 3 or 4 also. So Ayurveda is a very fluid medicine.
As is above, so is below. So when the sun is at its zenith, so is our own digestive fire. Only Vatas are allowed to snack. So only a Vata person is allowed to have something at 4 o'clock. It's so unfair, I know, it's so unfair.
My experience here at my 16th Panchakarma
is that they really get the balance. They get the balance between the traditional methods of cleansing, and yet they kind of surround you with love and even a little bit of luxury. You really feel treated and pampered here. I've been to other ones which have been quite monastic.
Michael, he's a Pitta prominent person, and his Pitta is a little bit out of balance. So we decided that we will be giving him different herbal baths, and then we will be giving him certain herbal paste to apply for his skin condition, and then we have the Shirodhara film. It's decoction based water therapy or oil flow. We have infused the special water or the decoctions with herbs. Say for example licorice, it's very cooling. So to bring down his cool Pitta, we have infused drugs which are having cooling properties. And then he has different types of massages also to prepare his body to take the toxins out of his tissues and to bring to his gut. And then we gave him some medicines so that he will be, he'll not be disturbing Bianca for the whole day, and he's happy in the toilet.
We were only there for 10 days, so I had one detox day. I was fasting, and they gave me this medicine that made me go to the bathroom like 16 or 17 times. And I was definitely working through it, man. I was irritated, I was pissed, I was angry, but I wasn't talking to Bianca, so I wasn't necessarily doing damage in that moment. But I got to water paint, which was really interesting. I really enjoyed it. It was like, wow, okay, here's this part of myself that I never knew was there, and just sort of being with myself. Some deep spiritual insights, surprise, surprise, day of silence, day of fasting, that came that day that really sort of fueled sort of what I'm working with right now, which is where am I going? What's the next level for me?
Each of these doshas, these bioenergies are closely related to the emotions also. So while you are going through the Panchakarma, it is a sabbatical for you actually. It is a sabbatical period for experiencing and finding out the real you inside. So Bianca came to me, and she had some knee issues and mostly a little bit of vata imbalance, and we gave her special poultices and special massages to fix her knee, and we have a well mold oil well for her knees so that it gets healed, and the oils are infused with 60 different kinds of herbs. So these oils carry the herbal qualities, and when we create a well and make the oil to be there, it absorbs. And so we also posted her for a virechana, that is a purgation technique. You can see that Bianca is already feeling better.
Well, detox day is a special day. I was expecting, to be sick, to maybe be throwing up, and just to be having a really, really tough time. For me, I actually felt energized. I started painting, I was reading, I was writing. I ended up reorganizing my suitcase, repacking and just clearing. And I think energetically that tracked what was happening on the inside. I felt like there was a lot that I was letting go of the past year, and also purging, basically on top of, all the emotional work that's going on. You're going to the bathroom pretty much every 20 minutes. So that's pretty much how I spent my day, sip water, go to the bathroom, sip water, go to the bathroom. But there's a part of it that's actually cathartic. You kind of feel like you're letting something go. I felt like with each time it was kind of like an old part of me was being shed, and I could just press the button and flush it down the toilet. So my bottom got a little dry though.
Most of the Panchakarma centers sadly offer spa vacation. They make you feel good, but here I cannot guarantee that you may feel good, because see, Panchakarma is like a laundry service. You can it's like we take the dirty clothes, we put into washing machine, and not all the clothes get very good feeling when once they are into the washing machine. They get ironed, they will be whirling and swishing around, and they are not in a good shape when they are inside the laundry. So the healing is also like that. It is not that always you will be in that energized or in the top of the world feeling when you are in this Panchakarma, but once you complete it and once you start living listening to your inner wisdom, innate feelings of your body, you will know what is equilibrium. these 5 Panchakarma techniques, it strengthens the immune system and it brings your bioenergies into balance if you are imbalanced, and it also helps you to age gracefully.
There's nothing that compares to the Panchakarma. This is something I definitely want to do again, and it's definitely deeper than any detox I've done. Though very gentle, I definitely would want to try to do at least one Panchakarma a year. Just to have the total experience, and also just to connect to sort of my dosha and what it feels like to be in balance, which is very calm and even and centered, and just an overall sense of well-being is what I feel now.
I believe that having dreams is very important. Call them goals, call them dreams. If you have them and if you understand the tools to reach them, which is one of the biggest tools, is actually awareness, and to always keep being aware of what goes around you. And basically things happen for us. It's just a matter of looking at what happens around us. Yeah, it's all there. OneWorld Retreats is a true retreat center. We started back in 2003 with the intention of giving time for people to retreat, and giving time for people to learn yoga.
Inhalation, exhalation turn.
We are 1.5 kilometers from the center of Ubud, so very easy walk down to the city, to the town. One of the most popular cultural and spiritual center of Bali. And when people arrive, they're always surprised because it's actually a small palace. So it's the place is owned by one of the princes of the community of Ubud, and his house, which is a small palace because he's a prince, is right at the entrance. So the gates is quite amazing. Then as we come down, it levels down. So it goes I don't know how many meters that would be the difference between the street level and the river, but it's quite a lot. There is a monastic feeling about the place. The designer, who's actually the owner, who's an architect, have chosen to use gray stones for building. So when you come in, it has the feeling of a bit of a monastery, very quiet, very serene. We have a spa as we come down, and with 6 treatment rooms, a beautiful dining room overlooking the rice fields, the rice terraces across, 2 pools, one at the top and one at the bottom, and a magnificent yoga shala overlooking the jungle. Yoga and meditation is the base of every retreat.
Placing the tension on your upper body. Sit down. And adjust your right foot flat on the mat. Inhale, reach your right arm up to the ceiling. And then releasing. Ceiling.
My goal is to make people happy. The retreat is a lot about introspection. So we take time to look inside and see what's there. See what's maybe have been forgotten into a person's heart or mind, and sometimes not just forgotten but never been seen. We do believe that it's by knowing what you want that you can achieve it. If you don't know where you're going, how do you get there? When you believe in the magic of Bali, and you use the elements that are here to create a place where you feel good, you feel safe, And then you feel also creative, because there's a lot of creativity on this island. And the spiritual side of it is very important. So daily everyone does, you know, prayers, and there's always intention behind the prayers. But that's what makes it possible for dreams to happen, because it's an environment that is perfect for introspection, and then, you know, then chances are very good that the dreams will happen. We had the dream of having a retreat center. I've had this dream since 1992. No dream. But 10 years later, okay, 10 years later, actually 9 years later.
And then later posted it, and then later went and made that. So it's kind of like this.
Yeah.
Kind of predicted.
But you had planted the seed.
In my mind.
You know?
The first day was all about just asking powerful questions. So, who are you? Telling your life story from the time you were born to the present, you know, understanding more about how you got from point A, the day you were born, to, you know, point Z, where we are now. And I think for me and for a lot of people, just sort of seeing yourself write the story. I was born in this town at this place, and, you know, I always felt creative, but my parents didn't support me as much as I wanted to. Really taking the time to ask those powerful questions. I think very few people actually stop and ask, am I living my dream? Am I doing what I want to be doing? Am I sharing the gift that I'm here to share with the world? So this retreat was really an opportunity to sort of step back, take a breath, ask some powerful questions, and really get deeper into, you know, our souls, of what our true yearning is. So for me, it was great just, you know, having just short moments of time where you have 1 minute to answer really deep questions. So it becomes kind of like a stream of consciousness exercise. And that was helpful because, you know, if I had days to write a whole book about it, just kind of a quick stream of consciousness exercises were, I think, a really great way to just get really in touch with sort of your gut instinct, your gut feeling, your gut sensation about why you're here and what it is that you want to do. For me, it's really about expanding my life, deepening my spirituality, and expanding the work that we're doing with conscious living.
My dream is to take my meditation to the next level, and to incorporate that day of silence and more meditation, which is from what everything flows. You know, seek ye first the kingdom, as Jesus said, and all else shall be added unto you. That's true. It's true in my experience and many people in the world. So having a space here in Bali, very powerful energy, to focus on that, to focus on what we're here to do, was exciting.
So the highlight for me was having to focus my dreams and narrow down all the wonderful things I want to accomplish this lifetime to 3 primary dreams.
On these 3 stones, you're going to write on each stone one word, that most important word.
We got 3 complimentary body treatments, and we had a 2.5-hour massage. I've never had a 2.5-hour massage. And I mean, it's interesting because it's like 2.5 hours. Wow, that's going to be boring. No, it's like it goes by like that, and it was great. Everybody else is meat eaters except for Bianca and I, but they were seamless. They gave us what we needed. They gave this delicious gluten-free vegan bread. Every meal was outstanding, great desserts, raw desserts.
Your friends
Healthy enough.
Yes.
Probably my favorite thing to do on the planet is being in silence, communing with the divine from the inside. And we had a day of silence, which was so cool after like this very sort of focused goal setting, and then being able to take it within and go into silence and really commune with the divine and work through those inner demons and overcome them, and really create a template for what you're going to do was definitely my favorite part.
Front of your leg and lift the back of your foot.
You know, Gandhi, in his work in the world, and Gandhi is somebody that I feel very connected to and aspire to, you know, be a fraction of the person that he was in the world, bringing peace and love and social justice to the world. Every week he would have a day of silence, and no matter what, he wouldn't break that silence. In fact, when he was getting arrested, one of the many times he got arrested, He didn't even break the silence as he was being pulled away. He wrote down instructions to his staff on what to do. So there is something incredibly magical about silence. There is nothing like it, to take intentional silence and not talk your cell phone and not check emails and not talk to your spouse in quiet whispers, but actually be silent. There's magic that's created there.
One of the highlights of the retreat was going to the purification ritual. It was amazing.
After praying, put this flowers on your left ear. So there's not YouTube on your body. Now after this one, let's go to the next one.
The energy of the water is just, it's like magic. You just have to feel it to understand it. The source of the spring is something that for centuries people have been coming to pray, to purify themselves, to even get physical healing. So each one of us, one by one, went through each of the fountains, and each one sort of heals or addresses a different chakra. So from your heart chakra to maintain more of an open relationship and healing relationship with others, to your crown chakra, to connect more deeply with spirit. I definitely felt like each fountain felt like a totally different experience. Very purifying, very healing. I just felt happy afterwards. Like, okay, all my burdens have been lifted, and now I can move forward in, taking that next step towards our dream. Having those stones in my hand and having to look at them and carry them with me and bring them into the purification ritual, so powerful to really say, okay, this is what I want and I'm gonna have it, versus kind of airy-fairy ideas.
Everyone say dream? Dream. Okay, one more.
Well, I think what I came away with is definitely a level of clarity. I mean, just to take 6 days and to focus on your goals and to not have the same distractions. The internet was, shoddy at best. I was here focusing, days of silence, and really in a very concentrated space to be able to focus on my dreams. What I'm here to do is I'm here to give my heart, give my life, give my soul to the betterment of mankind, to the betterment of the world. And just like Gandhi, I'm here to be the change. He gave up so much so that all the people in the world could be free, and all the Indian people could be free, because he was dedicated to something other than just his own personal satisfaction. Particularly in America and the West, it's like there's so many men who are about getting their rocks off. We have one in the White House right now. It's about getting their rocks off. It's about what I need and getting mine. It's so played, it's so tired. What about being a divine father to the world? What about being willing to sacrifice and give yourself to the world and give yourself to the betterment of the world? And there's many people that are doing that, and that's for me what conscious living is about giving ourselves to the world and knowing that because of it, the world will be better.
I definitely went through a transformation, and a big piece of it was just giving myself permission to say, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to do this. I want to do something else, and really being willing to take a leap of faith to say, okay, I'm going to go for my dreams, and no one else may understand it. My parents may think I'm insane. My friends may think I'm throwing, my life away, but that's kind of what it takes. If I died in a year, what is it that you want to accomplish? That was one of the best questions, So I feel so much stronger. I feel clearer. Being here at this workshop helped me to really focus on the fact that it's my destiny. It's our destiny to do this, and believing in myself, believing in the dream, believing in the vision. That's what we're here to do, and being here at this workshop helped me to really clarify that and to really remove the obstacles, both within and without, from accomplishing it.
So it's a way of looking inside and say, hey, I got that. Yes, I can do that. And we feel that by doing these experiences that people go through, at the end, they have the tools to go and make them happen. Then chances are very good that the dreams will happen.